Oh, welcome back. We should all be preparing for a financial storm by building a rainy day fund. Scott Carty from Carty Capital Management is here to talk about the importance of having that rainy day fund. Scott, welcome. Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so the first thing I think about is, watching various news outlets, I always hear these staggering statistics about how many people don't even have savings accounts.
Yeah.
So how is it that we are supposed to amass so much money into a rainy day fund, which is separate from even having a savings, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's two different things that you hear a lot of people talking about, and that's the rainy day fund versus an emergency reserve. And a rainy day fund is really for those kind of unplanned expenses that pop up. Home repairs, car bills, medical expenses, things like that. Whereas the emergency reserve is really that 3 to 6 months that you want to have in case you lose your job. So for example, a couple weeks ago when we had the freezing rain and all the power went out around Metro Detroit, our power went out too, and our sump pump we had an issue with. So we had to go and get water backup. I didn't even know what a water backup was, but that's $1,700.
Jeez.
And a rainy day fund, you really want to have between $1,000 and $2,000 set aside for those kind of unplanned expenses.
Now, should these be in separate accounts? What if you're actually saving that money, but it's all in one savings account? Is that a good way to do it or not?
Yeah, that's fine. You just want to have money set aside in case something happens. And I think back to your original question, the first thing is really get started today. You know, it's very hard getting started. That's really the hardest part, is getting it started. I know we're talking about weather, but imagine a snowball at the top of a hill.
Yeah.
If you packed a snowball up and started pushing it down the hill, it's really hard to get that momentum started. But towards the end, as it starts moving, it's much easier.
So you're suggesting not only to get started now, but to make a plan, also set up a direct deposit, and then cut out a few little things that we're doing, spending money here and there, and save that? That's so hard to do.
It is, but I don't know if you're like me. I drink a lot of coffee, and I can easily find places where I can cut out 1 or 2 cups of coffee a week, and then you save, $10 a week, which is $40 a month. But back to the direct deposit, your company a lot of companies today will allow you to split up where your check goes.
Okay.
So you could send the majority of it into your checking account to pay your normal bills, but then send a little bit of it into your savings account and start building that way. That's a very simple way to start saving.
There are a lot of people who feel like they don't necessarily make enough money to save, which may not be the best way to go about things. What do you say to really bring it home and let people know, no matter how much you're making, save something for yourself?
Well, I think we all have the ability to spend what we have.
Yeah.
So if you do split up your check and send a little bit away, if you don't see it, you're not going to be tempted to spend it. And I know I have plenty of areas where I can cut back.
Yeah.
We have a great calculator on my website at cartycapital.com to help you kind of play with the numbers if you are one of those people that think you don't have enough.
Very good advice. Scott, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll have this also on our website, fox2detroit.com. Quick break. We'll be right back.